Welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today is February 6th, 2025, and we're diving deep into the world of Google stock. Recent news headlines reveal a mixed bag of information. Google's Q4 2024 earnings surprised some investors, with revenue slightly below expectations, causing a significant drop in share price. However, analysts are already adjusting price targets, suggesting potential opportunities for the future. Let's look at some key news stories that have influenced GOOGL's recent performance. We'll be analyzing the impact of Google's lower-than-expected cloud revenue and their plans for increased capital expenditure, CapEx, spending on their stock price. We will also be discussing how these news events correlate to trends and patterns seen in the charts. To start our analysis, let's take a look at the daily chart, examining the candles for the previous weeks to assess overall trends. Looking at the daily Google chart, we can clearly see a downward trend over the past few weeks. The price action has found support around the 150 level on several occasions, but it's critical to watch the overall trend closely. There is also a clear resistance level currently around the 170 to 175 range that has stymied multiple attempts to push higher. The high volume on certain days indicates periods of heightened market activity and volatility. Now, let's drill down further and check out the 1-hour chart to examine the short-term price movements. The 1-hour chart provides a more granular view of GOOGL's recent price behavior. The candles show a series of short-term swings, suggesting some indecision in the market. We can observe some clear patterns here, potentially indicating short-term support or resistance levels. Let's narrow our focus to the last 24 hours to further investigate these patterns. Here, we can start to pinpoint potential resistance and support areas and the strength of those areas based on the candles. The 15-minute chart may give us additional insights. Zooming in on the 15-minute chart, we can see even more detailed price fluctuations. These short-term moves can give us a better understanding of the underlying market sentiment. Observe the candle patterns during periods of volatility and calm. We're searching for indicators of potential breakouts and reversals. We can draw correlations with the news events to see if they have a clear impact on Google. Now, let's recap the key findings from the different timeframes. In summary, our analysis of Google reveals a complex interplay of news events and technical indicators. The stock recently suffered a drop following mixed Q4 earnings, but the overall trend appears to be somewhat neutral short-term and is currently facing resistance near 170 to 175. Which has proven difficult to break past in the past. On the daily chart, the 150 price level appears to serve as substantial support, while the 1-hour chart exhibits short-term indecision. The 15-minute chart displays more detailed price swings, often reflecting news events. There's a moderate chance, around 40%, that the price will rise, particularly if positive news or strong earnings reports are announced. Conversely, there's a slightly higher chance, 50%, of a continued downward trend, which would be likely if negative news or further weak earnings reports come about. Important levels to watch are the 150 support and 170 to 175 resistance levels, which could determine the overall direction of GOOGL's price in the short term. Keep an eye on the volume for additional insights into market sentiment and momentum. These key areas will determine if a short-term rise will develop. Always remember to exercise caution and conduct your own research before making any investment decisions.